What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the new Trail Brewing Company, and they are out of Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and this is their Triple Broken Heel. So they're calling this one a Hazy Triple IPA that comes in at 11.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. I don't know exactly how old this can is, but I believe it is at the very oldest 3 months old, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But first, I want to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to a good friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Justin, for hooking me up with this one. So big thanks to him for this beer. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer haul video I did that contains all the goodies he hooked me up with, and he gave me an entire case of Pennsylvania beer, 11 of which were new Trail beers, and this is the last hop forward new Trail beer I have in my possession. I have reviewed their dry hop Pilsner, their Gearhead, which was a hazy pale ale. I did a comparison of their Broken Heels and Double Broken Heels, Hazy IPA, Hazy Double IPA, and their modern Western, which was a West Coast, like a modern West Coast IPA, and that was number 14 in the series. And this is the last that I saved the best for last. We'll see. Now, the reason why I say I believe this is no older than 3 months old is because I looked on their Instagram and it said that this one was released around mid-August. We're here in mid-November, so we'll say at the oldest 3 months old, but it could be fresher. Why? Who knows if they did multiple batches? Maybe they canned it again later in the month or maybe in September. Who knows? But we'll just say at the oldest 3 months old, it's a Hazy Triple IPA. It should hold up, hopefully. Now, shout out to a couple viewers of the channel, John and Chris. Chris called New Trail. I think he was talking about their Broken Heels and Double Broken Heels, but Broken Heels specifically, he called them the M43 of Pennsylvania. And if he meant Old Nation as a whole, I would agree with that from what I've had from New Trail. Kind of like that, just cheaper, readily available, kind of hazy kick, and their beers are good. John, on the other hand, was like, I think they make great beers, but they need dates on the can, and I would agree with them. All the beers I had from Justin, no dates on the can. I have no idea how old they are, and the fact they're sold in variety packs and in stovepipe cans and 16-ounce 4-packs and stuff, there should be some kind of date on the can. You should be able to pick this up and know how old it is, and to me, that's kind of a bummer, but hopefully this is fresh. Now, it says notes of citrus flesh, dank pine, and bright tropicals. Hopefully, we'll see. That sounds pretty good. But anyway, we'll see if I like this more than the Double Broken Heels. Double Broken Heels, the best beer I've had from New Trail so far, and it was delicious. So I'm hoping that this is just as good, if not better. We will see. It's 11.5%. One issue I have with hazies is if I can taste the alcohol. I'm not a fan. Now, another thing that Chris said, am I going to have to say this? I'm not. Is that a lot of their beers pour with crazy heads. I didn't notice that until the last review I did in this one. Look, huge head. I didn't pour that super aggressive. And it has like almost a 4-finger head. Anyway, yeah, that super hazy has that really deep, rich honey orange color. Very murky, turbid, can't see through it. Like I said, just over a 3-finger, maybe 4-finger, depending on how big your fingers are, of an off-white, very tightly compact head. There's some bigger bubbles, looking a little soap sudsy, but for the most part, that looks pretty good. And yeah, I mean, it plays the role of a hazy to some degree. Let's get a nose. Yeah, so that actually smells fresh. So a lot of times when you get older IPAs, at least for me, can be a hazy or it can be an old school West Coast or just American IPA. A lot of times I get that, the bread with like orange marmalade on it. Not getting that here. This to me, this is huge citrus, like a very vibrant, juicy, fleshy orange. There's like a sweeter ruby red grapefruit, dare I say Tangelo. It's in that realm, so you can say tangerine or orange or grapefruit, but something that has a big juiciness to it. As they say, fleshy. After that, I'm getting a little like papaya, melon. And I think that's what I got from the Double Broken Heels. It had, oh yeah, and by the way, they're using Citra and Mosaic just like they do in the Broken Heels and Double Broken Heels, but they add Ekuanot to this one. But I'm getting that. That's why I like the Double Broken Heels. It had papaya. It had like a honeydew melon. It had fleshy, creamy, tropical fruits, and that's what I'm getting here. There's a little bit of a malt character in here, like a slightly like bready thing, but I think that's welcome to some degree. Yeah, I'm starting to get that papaya, honeydew, definitely in the Double Broken Heels realm. There's a little bit of like a dankness, slight herbaceous kind of quality. They say pine resin, not really for me. It's more like of a dank, like earthy kind of feeling to it. I don't know, it smells pretty good. Does it smell as good as the Double Broken Heels or the Broken Heels? No. I think those actually smelled like the aromatics on those beers were fantastic. This is just really nice. So anyway, let's get into it. Cheers to everybody. Thanks again, Justin. I can definitely taste the alcohol, and I feel the alcohol in the chest instantly. So, did I get this in another beer from them? Was it maybe Broken Hills? There's so many beers I've been reviewing, certainly from New Trail, I forget, but I think I said this about either the Broken Hills or Double Broken Hills, but I'm getting that, again, I don't know if it's the yeast, I don't know if it's the water treatment, I don't know what's going on, but in the realm of that Old Nation, the aforementioned Old Nation, M43, and Equilibrium, where I'm getting this slightly acidic, kind of like blood orange kind of feel to it. And it's distinct to me for Old Nation hop forward beers and Equilibrium beers. And this is doing it again. And I think I got it either in the Broken Hills or Double Broken Hills. So it's kind of interesting. Body in this is big. I think Paul over at PA Brew News, good friend of mine, fellow beer tuber, has reviewed this one. I want to say I watched it, but I don't remember. I remember him posting. I don't know if I ever went back and watched it. If not, I'll have to watch it after this. But he probably thinks this is a bit thin. But to me, this is like medium full body. Like for 11.5%, maybe it's a bit thin, but like it's hefty. Like you know you're drinking a big Imperial IPA. The mouthfeel, very akin to the Double Broken Hill. It's soft, it's smooth, it's creamy. It's what you want from this style. The taste though, it has that, again, blood orange, acidic kind of feel, omnipresent. Again, I think that's just from like something, the yeast, the water, something's going on that gives them that like distinct kind of feeling. But outside of that, this has big, fresh, juicy citrus characters from the palate. It's juicy orange, juicy tangerine, like I said, tangelo, ruby red grapefruit, some kind of citrus juice is hitting me. So I don't say juicy in a lot of reviews. This is juicy. Right after that, there's a little bit of like this bready kind of malt base that hits, dives underneath the palate, so it becomes omnipresent, but never steps in the way, kind of pushes up all the hop characters, but you can tell it has a little bit of like hop, or a little bit of malt characters, so I think this is obviously a bit older, almost 3 months old, which is fine. It actually, I think, enhances it to some degree. The tropical feeling isn't as big as in the Double Broken Hills. I'm not getting a huge blast of the papaya and the honeydew melon and things of that nature, but it's there right after the citrus, but it's not like overly done, which is nice, but maybe I want that. I don't know. It finishes with this nice, dank, kind of floral aspect. It's not as herbaceous as it was in the nose. They say like, you know, pine resin or whatever they said on here, dank pine. Yeah, I wouldn't say dank pine. I'd say more of like a dank floral note, but maybe it is dank pine. Who knows? Maybe, you know, I don't know what I'm talking about. No, that is the fact. I never do. But yeah, it's nice. It's welcomed. It gives another character that's not a fruit that kind of breaks up the monotony of all that fruity, juicy goodness. Finishes slightly dry with a moderate bitterness. Balances out, but leans sweet. I'd say this is 70-30 in terms of sweetness. Not cloying, but I think I'd be one and done with this. Not only obviously from the alcohol perspective, but just from the taste perspective and the boldness of this beer. Like the flavors are definitely kind of concentrated on the palate. Here's my only kind of gripe with this one, and what will stop it from getting a rating equal to Double Broken Hills, the alcohol. I think the Double Broken Hills is kind of at the pinnacle of what I want to drink, or I shouldn't say the pinnacle. Pinnacle for me, like the best ABV for like a double IPA for me is like right in the 8% realm. I think that's where it's just perfect for me. Once you start diving into the double digits, you start losing me sometimes. I think like other half can do, you know, triple IPAs like no other. I think some of Hop Butcher triple IPAs are good. Some of EQ's triple IPAs are good. There's other breweries that do triple IPAs fantastically well. This is not in that realm. However, caveat being, this is 11.5%. So you take that into consideration that it's a 1% to 1.5% bigger than a lot of those beers that I love from like other half. And I'm kind of expecting a warmness in the chest. Yeah, there's a warmness in the chest. There's a little astringency on the palate. So I think they actually do a decent job of hiding an almost 12% beer as far as a hop forward beer goes, but you can still detect it. And I'm not a huge fan of detecting alcohol in hop forward beers. Just a personal preference. I'm sure, just like the hop burn, there's a lot of people out there that like that hop burn. I'm not a hop burn guy. So in this respect, I'm not a boozy guy when it comes to big Imperial IPAs. So if you like that, then this would definitely be in your wheelhouse. I think I gave Broken Hills like a 4.1, and I gave Double Broken Hills like a 4.4 or like a 4.5. This is probably going to get, to be honest with you, right in the middle of those two, like almost in the middle. Why? Because I don't like this as much as Double Broken Hills, but it's definitely better than Broken Hills for me. Again, a little bit better job of hiding the alcohol, which again is a personal preference, and maybe a little bit of that malt character going away, but again, that could be a freshness thing. This would probably be just under Double Broken Hills, but as is Triple Broken Hills from New Trail, I have no problems giving this. We're going to go, I'm going to go straight 4.25 out of 5. I think that's where this lands. I can't go any lower or higher. I think it's a really good Triple IPA in the hazy realm. Just for me personally, a little bit too boozy, and I think now drinking this one, I think I would prefer, I didn't even pour, I mean, there's only a little bit, that's crazy. I think I would prefer this to be like about 10.5%. And I think I would want a little bit more of that, that fleshy, tropical, honeydew melon, papaya kind of feeling that I got in Double Broken Hills. But anyway, price point availability, I have no idea. So anybody out there in PA, any of the viewers, I know there's a lot of viewers in PA that watch this and can get this beer. Let me know what you pay for this one. I'd be curious. I would assume like 4 packs of this probably go for like 18 to 20 bucks, probably somewhere in that realm. That'd be fine. And availability, I don't know. A lot of people have commented on my other New Trail reviews like, I can't even get that, or I don't see that. And then other people are like, yeah, it's around everywhere. So I have no idea. I just know we don't see them here in the Western New York area, and hope at some point we do. So that was Triple Broken Hills. If you've had this one before, please post in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about this one. Do you agree with me? The alcohol being a bit too big? Do you like that? So you're completely wrong. And here's another question. If you've had the Broken Hills, the Double Broken Hills, and the Triple Broken Hills, what is your order of preference? Mine would be Double Broken Hills, Triple Broken Hills, and then Broken Hills. But they're all within the 4.1 to like 4.445 realm. I think they're all really good beers, and I would love to try them super fresh, because I don't think these were like super duper fresh, but like a couple weeks old. I'd love to try them. But anyway, appreciate it. Thanks again to Justin for all of these beers. I have other New Trail beers that I'll be reviewing, just no more hop forward ones. Anyway, this is a little bit longer review, but you know, it's the Beer Patrol. We like to ramble. Anyway, till the next one. Cheers.